Hello, good morning. Today we will see how to draw class diagrams for any given problem in a domain. Drawing a class diagram for a given problem. Consider practical aspects of drawing a class diagram, which involves providing where to look for the necessary information and also a recommended sequence for carrying out the various tasks. In practice, one project greatly differs from another, and some steps may be omitted altogether or carried out at a completely different stage of the life cycle. Experienced analysts will always use their own decisions on how to proceed in a given situation. Importance of identifying classes. The class diagram is fundamental to object-oriented analysis. Through successive iterations, it provides both a high-level basis for systems architecture and a low-level basis for the allocation of data and behavior to individual classes and object instances, and ultimately for the design of the program code that implements the system. So therefore, to implement any problem, we require the initial set of classes and also their behavior of the objects and also their interaction, so that we can develop a system accurately. So it is important to identify classes correctly. However, given the iterative nature of the object-oriented approach, it is not essential to get this right on the first attempt itself. While identifying the classes, the following details have to be added, and the list can be: relative stability of classes and instances, attributes and state, link and association, significance of associations and state, multiplicity, operations and state. Operations are the elements of common behavior shared by all instances of a class. They are actions that can be carried out by or carried on an object. The classes modeled during requirements analysis represent real-world things and concepts, so their operations can be said to represent aspects of the behavior of the same things and concepts. Another way of defining operations is: operations are services that objects may be asked to perform by other objects. Primarily, there are four approaches for identifying classes. We have first the noun phrase approach, the common classes patterns approach, the use case driven to sequence collaboration modeling approach, and finally the class responsibility collaboration course, that is CRC approach. The first two approaches have been included to increase analysts' understanding of the subject. The unified approach uses the use case driven approach for identifying classes and understanding the behavior of objects. However, these can be combined to identify classes for a given problem. And once these classes are identified, the next step is to identify the relationships among classes. The list of relationships can be listed as: first one, dependency relationship; second, association relationship, which carries the details like role names, relation names, multiplicity, and aggregation. And we can define the aggregation as: aggregation is a form of an association. A hollow diamond is used as an UML symbol which is attached at the end of the path to indicate the aggregation. However, the diamond may not be attached to both ends of the line. It has to be shown towards the whole path. And the third type of relationship can be listed as the generalization relationship, which is about the inheritance concept, about the superclass subclass relationship. So like this, there are so many vocabularies related to the relationships, and all these details we will learn as a part of the object oriented analysis while drawing the class diagram. So thank you very much.